First day of school, nearly 1,000 gangsters started a fight here. All the teachers and students were frightened when they saw this. I am the only one with my hands in my pockets. Walk over slowly. When I appear in front of them, all the gang members broke out in cold sweat, even kneeling down with weak legs. It's like I saw someone I should have seen. Even the arrogant leader walked to me tremblingly, as if begging for my forgiveness. Brother Feng, when did you come back? I took a puff of cigarette. He flicked the cigarette ashes disdainfully. You too. He is much more majestic now than when you followed me. Each became a boss. My adopted younger brother has also become successful. How dare you hit my chin Feng basket? As soon as my voice fell, the faces of those younger brothers instantly turned pale. Like seeing a ghost. They also understand. Who was the person who just uttered these arrogant words? A man who even their boss treats me with respect. What can they mess with? Leaders Ma Dong and Shang Zuo turned their heads, yelling at his little brother. Who just said that brother Da Feng should stop him? Stand up. 4 people walked out of the crowd trembling all over. I feel like I might be in trouble today. Ma Dong took out the knife to the left, shouted sharply, gather them and drop their knives. Order the younger brother to cut off his own hand, although they understand that they are a bit harsh on a few younger brothers. But they know better that this is to protect them, because waiting for me to take action, it's not just as simple as losing a hand. I stand there, smoky, watching Ma Dong and Shang Zuo punish their younger brother on their own. Their fear of me comes from a deep understanding of my strength. After all, I am in their eyes. But then the war madman sweeping across the hemisphere, there is also a perverted and crazy existence. If I, Jin Feng, become ruthless, he even dares to kill his own people. What's more, they, after listening to Ma Dong and Shang Zuo's eloquent words, then look at the 2 bright sharp knives on the ground. The faces of the 4 younger brothers were pale, sweating like you just came out of a sauna. After a brief hesitation, 2 people gritted their teeth. Pick up the sharp knife on the ground. Aim for your left wrist. The other 2 people also pulled out the machetes from their waists. Take a deep breath. Make the same action. They've never seen me before. Don't even know my background. But they know one thing. Shang Zuo and Ma Dong. These 2 famous social brothers. Cruel. Unreasonable. But after seeing me, he was so scared. Standing there like a kid who made a mistake. This makes them clearly aware. I am a person 100 times more vicious than their elder brother. Cut it, don't hesitate. Otherwise, wait until I take action. Your baskets will all be fed to the dogs. At this moment, an older socialite in the crowd whispered a reminder. He was shaking, like seeing a ghost, unexpectedly, many years later. Also in the harbor, meet Jin Feng, who made the big brothers in society afraid. He returns suddenly. There may be another earthquake in the harbor. After listening to that person's words, the 4 younger brothers were stunned for a moment. Then he raised the machete without hesitation, cut off his left hand, roaring and screaming. Everyone is afraid of making me angry. Everyone is afraid that the basket will be smashed down to feed the dogs. Just when everyone thought a tragedy was about to happen, suddenly, 4 boys covered their right wrists, let out a heart-rending wail. The machete in his hand also fell to the ground. Everyone at the scene was confused. I didn't know what happened for a while, until saw a bloodstained spades playing card on the ground. Only then did I understand. It turns out that it was the moment when the 4 younger brothers brandished their swords. A spade quickly scratched their right wrist, interrupted their movements. No damage to the arteries, just scratched the flesh. Otherwise, they may not even be able to save their lives. Ma Dong breathed a sigh of relief to the left. I yelled at them, why don't you thank Brother Feng quickly? Although I didn't even see where the spades came from. But they know, only I, Jin Feng, can trip up. I stand where I am, hands in pockets, motionless. Just look at them. This frightened Ma Dong Shangzhou. I have become stronger. The strength is far better than 3 years ago. This made them feel sincerely shouting thank you Brother Feng. 4 younger brothers plopped down and knelt in front of me. Kowtow to express gratitude. Black Dudu's shoes are already wet. They were obviously scared to death. I walked up to them, took a puff of cigarette. He said coldly that you should be lucky. I am wearing a white shirt today. If someone dared to talk to me like this back then, being buried alive in a coffin is light. I am back this time. The mentality has changed drastically. I don't want to set foot in the world again. I just want to live an ordinary life. Don't let this white shirt fool you. I can be a student. But take off this shirt. I can still be a gangster. I stamped out the cigarette butt hard. The sound echoed throughout the audience. My words are not just for the 4 boys in front of me. It is also a declaration for the entire harbor. I, Jin Feng, just want to live an ordinary life. But if someone forces me to turn back, I don't mind regaining everything from the past. Killing spree. As soon as I finished speaking, entire entrance to Harbor University, near Genlock, hundreds of people holding machetes. I don't even dare to take a breath, because no one will doubt my words. Back then on this land, I am God, no doubt. Things I could do back then, it can still be done now. as long as I want. Looking at the sudden changes at the school gate, the college students who were watching from a distance were also confused. Can't help but stare at me. They may not be able to hear what was said at the scene, but judging from the body language of everyone on the field, it can already be seen. Not an ordinary person, even Ma Dong and Shang Zuo, two gangsters in Hong Kong. They calmed down their temper when they saw me stand in front of me. He was more well-behaved than before in class. Everyone is curious. Who am I, the young man in the white shirt? Shen Jialing was also confused. He looked at me blankly and muttered, F***CK. What's going on, rain or shine? This guy seems really awesome. Ma Dong to the left. There were also gang members present who saw him. It's like a grandson meeting his grandpa. Obviously didn't expect it. A problem that even his father Shen Wanson couldn't solve. Being raped like this by a boy in his early 20s. Resolve easily. No doubt. We can't start this fight today. Look at Ma Dong and Shang Zona being frightened. You definitely wouldn't dare to make a mistake in front of me. School beauty Chu Yuqing also took a deep breath, biting his lips and mumbling to himself. He seems like a person deep in my memory. But that person shouldn't be so young now. Could it be that this young man? It's the style that saved me back then. But that person should be 30 years old now. How could he be so young? He recalled the time when he was 16 years old. A group of gangsters teased him. Then, a young man wearing a black casual suit come to the rescue. After that day, his stall was never harassed again. His father once told him, he is the sky in the harbor. See me today. Chu Yuqing vaguely felt that I was that brother Feng. Shang Zuo and Ma Dong also asked cautiously, Brother Feng, long time no see. You are still so young. The older we get, the uglier we get. How do you stay so young? Yes, Brother Feng. You look better than when we first talked to you. Still much younger. How did you do it? They both raised their hands to wipe the sweat from their foreheads. He asked with a stuttering smile. Not seen for 3 or 4 years. I am actually younger than I was then. Put on this white shirt. Totally like a college student. See the domineering look in my eyes. They are sure, I am Long Nan who had countless people in Hong Kong peeing their pants. First ruthless. Holding a Jinlong cigarette in my mouth, I sneered and said goodbye. Things you shouldn't ask. You two are bullshit and trash. Could it be that you still want to represent me? Ma Dong hurriedly apologized to Zuo, while fanning his mouth, while smiling at me. Don't dare. Brother Feng, you are worth 1,000 golds. God favors. How can you be like trash like us? They both also understand, based on their status. You don't deserve to ask me questions at all. Although one of them is now a big boss of the 14th Society. One is the leader of the Hong Gang. Each one of them is in charge of nearly 1,000 subordinates. But in front of me, they're not even worthy of carrying shoes. I stand there, watch them pinch themselves. My heart is full of emotions. The person who wanted to open my ass back then. We have to line up from the island to the imperial capital. Now I am back, want to live an ordinary life. If someone forces me to look back, I don't mind letting them see the real Qin Feng. Just know, I am talking, while picking up a bright machete from the ground. Hold in hand. See this scene. Ma Dong and Shang Zuo were immediately frightened. Don't understand what I want to do. You thought I was going to kill someone? The next second I was in front of everyone. Slam the machete to the ground. The blade of the knife is deeply embedded in the cement floor at the school gate. I pointed to the knife on the ground. He glanced at the more than 100 people present. Say it loudly and listen up. Help me notify everyone on the harbor knife, including Xie Kun. From now on, Harbor University is a forbidden area for gangsters. Anyone dares to take half a step beyond this knife. Don't blame me for catching the wind and killing his whole family. It's completely quiet at the school gate now. Everyone was stunned by my words. The students who were watching were stunned for a moment. Then there was a lot of discussion. Damn, that's so cool. There are really such handsome people in this world. He is exactly what I dreamed of. That's right, who will dare to harass Harbor University in the future? Does anyone know what this handsome guy's name is? Which class is it from? They all lamented my domineering and even a girl joked that she wanted to be my little wife. Although, they couldn't hear the exact conversation we had. But my powerful words, everyone heard it clearly. From now on, Harbor University is a no-go zone for gangsters. This sentence is deeply imprinted in the hearts of each of them. Let their faces be filled with pride and jealousy. Because before I come, this school is frequently harassed by people outside the school. Many students have been charged protection fees. Ma Dong and Shang Zuo nodded heavily. Okay, Brother Feng, I will notify everyone below now. From now on, another person came to Harbor University to cause trouble. He'll break his legs. This is indeed the case. Who is Jin Feng? No need to explain much. Smart people will naturally make the right choice. Only the most stupid and ignorant. Only the arrogant will be my enemy. There used to be a lot of these people, but now less. Because those who dared to go against me at that time. The grass on the grave is estimated to be 3 meters high. Ma Dong said anxiously to Shang Zuo. Brother Feng, our troops and other gangs in Hong Kong City. Always obey your orders. Only, that guy Xie-kun might want to have a good time with you. His development is strong. He has 10,000 subordinates. Frown to the left, added right. Brother Feng, I am worried that Xie-kun will cause trouble for you. Their worries are not unreasonable. Back then, no one dared to offend me, but I haven't been in the harbor for the past few years. Xie-kun developed extremely powerfully, often calls himself the next big brother of the harbor. He even uttered arrogant words about not taking me seriously. I laughed out loud, seemed dismissive. Little Xie-kun deserves to be cheered by me. Back then I could beat him until his teeth were all over the ground. Same thing now. Ma Dong Shang Zuo, you really take this guy Xie-kun too seriously. Brother Feng, it's not that we don't believe in your strength. It's just that Xie-kun really has too many younger brothers now. 3 times more than in your heyday. Yes, Brother Feng, it's better to be careful. It's best not to conflict with Xie-kun. They both wanted to persuade me. I think Xie-kun has many younger brothers. It may be difficult to deal with it on your own. Smile coldly and kick Jin Feng with me. He is also worthy of Xie-kun. After saying that, I slowly put down my shoulder bag. Open zipper. Waved to Shang Zuo and Ma Dong, signaling them to come and chop me. Package open. Shang Zuo and Ma Dong just have no account. Mouth keeps trembling. This can mobilize the Shangjiang River. And the leading stick who has 100,000 won horses in a row. And Hongmen, who can mobilize 60,000 people in Hongmen, Haozhong. Seeing them so shocked, I smiled coldly. That's right, the red dragon double sticks are in my hands now. This means I give the order. I really wish that 20% would add up to nearly 160,000 people. Can reach the harbor within an hour. If Xie-kun dares to be presumptuous again, I showed him what real fear is. Shang Zuo and Ma Dong widened their eyes. Ask me carefully. Brother Feng, is it possible that you are now the owner of a luxurious cabin? Still the same sentence. Don't ask what you shouldn't ask. Don't say what you should nt say. I zip up my shoulder bag, looking into the distance, with a hint of resentment. That bitch he Hongsheng back then looked down on me many times in public. As a result, I beat him until he was submissive. Now even his daughter has to marry me. My revenge has been avenged long ago. Now I still hold 30% of the shares of Heshi Group. And 13 casinos. I patted both of them on the shoulders. Smile and say, don't worry. For the sake of your loyalty to me back then. When you come back this time, just listen to me. No problem. No one in the entire harbor dares to touch you. Actually, don't talk about the harbor. I can't find a worthy opponent in the entire Dragon Kingdom. The two nodded hurriedly. Show loyalty to me. Brother Feng, you gave me this life. If you have been in the harbor, we were not like this a long time ago. In the future my loyalty to you will only grow. Don't worry then. A bald man ran out in front of me. Young boy wearing gold watch. My name is Yang Fan, a rich second-generation student from Harbor University. He still didn't understand and asked Brother Dong. We won't fight today. I looked at him, while thinking, this guy wants to fight this fight. Invited Ma Dong. It also cost 300,000 yuan to build the venue. But with my appearance, there's no need to fight this battle. Another young boy comes out wearing Armani. It's Zhao Yang and Yang Fan who are mortal enemies. He also asked Brother Zuo dissatisfiedly, didn't you promise me to teach him a lesson? Shang Zuo glared at the two of them and taught you a lesson. Oh my god, you two are stupid. Can't you understand the situation? Apparently they haven't realized it yet. Now Harbor University has become a restricted area for me, Jin Feng. If you continue to dwell on it, you'll only be asking for trouble. I will return Yang Fan's 300,000 yuan intact. I can't help you in this battle today. Not just me. All along Harbor Road, no one dares to set foot in Harbor University. Compared to Shang Zuo's cruelty, Ma Dong seems more sincere. Not only good words and advice. He also promised to refund the 300,000 appearance fee. Yang Fan asked Brother Dong with doubts. It's not about money. The main thing is that this battle has been decided. You can't stop fighting just because he appears. Who is he? Is it really that awesome? He doesn't trust a young man in his early 20s. Can it have such a great deterrent effect? Even Ma Dong and Shang Zuo have to listen to him. Ma Dong patted Yang Fan on the shoulder. The tone is unusually solemn. I have heard that the sky is big and the earth is big. Is Brother Feng the biggest? If you have heard this sentence, you should know who he is. From now on, anyone can be messed with in school. The only thing you can't do is mess with him. Otherwise you and the Yang family behind you will disappear overnight. After listening to Ma Dong's words, Yang Fan was shocked. He had indeed heard that rumor. But that was 5 or 6 years ago. He knew about the harbor when he was still in junior high school. There is a man named Feng Xie, covering the sky with one hand. No one in Longnan dares to offend. The methods are extremely cruel. Now he stands here. Look at me in front of you. I understood in my heart that this was Brother Feng. Yang Fan clenched his fists, shouted Brother Feng loudly. I want to follow you. To express sincerity, kneel directly in front of me. When I was in junior high school, the person he admires most is not a celebrity, not a singer, but the big brother of the island. He wants to follow Brother Feng's wishes. Take root and sprout like a seed. Now I finally have the opportunity to express it face to face. Zhao Yang pointed at me and yelled at Yang Fan. Are you stupid? Today it is obvious that Shang Zuo and Ma Dong are looking for someone to act in a drama. Cheating our appearance fees. Do you really believe it? What is he? Yelled angrily to the left. Teach your mother a lesson. I want to get rid of this rich second generation who doesn't know the heights of the world. I walked up to Zhao Yang with a smile and said, boy. Because your dad once polished my shoes. I don't care what I said just now. Go back and ask your dad if he knows Qin Feng. Just know if I am the kind of person you say. I turned around. Tell Ma Dong and Shang Zuo that you all should go back. I'll call if anything happens. Let my helpers listen to my orders at any time. Although I come back this time, I just want to be safe and be an ordinary person. But I know, life in the world, you may encounter people and things that block your goals at any time. Ma Dong and Shang Zuo control approximately more than 2,000 people. I usually don't want to use Hao Shang's power, because once the Red Dragon double stick hanger is revealed, that's not a war, but an earthquake. A big earthquake that is destined to kill many people. Shang Zuo and Ma Dong also nodded quickly. Brother Feng. Always at your call. 14 is not a big meeting, but there are more than 1,000 people willing to fight for you. People who can pick up weapons and rush forward at critical moments. Shang Zuo continued to add that the same is true for our Hong Gang. Although not as good as Haojian Hongmen, but all of us are willing to fight for you. Block anyone. I tapped them on the shoulder. Go back with a smile. Then I walked to Yang Fan, who was still kneeling on the ground. Throw away the sentence and go to school well. Society is not that easy to mix up. Then he turned around and strode towards the school. Yang Fan quickly got up from the ground, while shouting Brother Feng. I couldn't wait to catch up. All his younger brothers also followed him. After Ma Dongshang left and Yang Fan's troops retreated. Harbor University campus entrance. Only Zhao Yang is left, and his 7 or 8 younger brothers carrying wooden sticks. Brother Yang, we can't just let this matter go. Yes, why don't you give your uncle a call? He also insulted his uncle, by the way. My uncle is a member of the Harbor Chamber of Commerce. How could he kneel down to polish his shoes? After listening to the words of the brothers, Zhao Yang became even more angry. He took out his mobile phone and called his father Zhao Hongyuan. On the other end of the phone, Zhao Hongyuan's voice came to Xiao Yang. What's wrong? Zhao Yang said angrily that I was bullied. Thinking of Qin Feng's arrogant attitude just now, even more angry. When had he ever been manipulated like this? The other party actually said that his father knelt down to wipe his blood. It's simply too much. Zhao Hongyuan was furious, pushing away the secretary in his arms. Stand up from chair. There are still people who dare to bully my son, Zhao Hongyuan, at the seaport. What is his name? What did you do? Zhao Yang said while holding back his anger. He didn't do anything by calling Qin Feng. He just scolded me at the school gate. Tell me to be careful when I speak next time. Don't pretend to be cool and say you knelt down and polished his shoes. Zhao Yang just finished speaking. Zhao Hongyuan on the other end of the phone. I was so scared that I sat back on my chair. I almost dropped my phone on the ground. Brother Heifeng is back. That rainy night 7 years ago. Memories come to mind. He knows that I have given him face. Because back then he not only knelt down to polish his shoes, and licked it twice. Zhao Hongyuan roared Zhao Yang. You're so tired of living. Someone that even your dad wouldn't dare to mess with. How dare you provoke? Tell you the truth. Back then, I not only knelt down to clean his shoes. I even licked it, otherwise our Zhao family would not be able to survive long ago. Phone call. 7 or 8 younger brothers heard it clearly. Everyone was stunned. Zhao Yang was stunned. You really licked his blood. He never expected. What I said casually turned out to be true. Xiao Yang, now it's not a matter of me licking the shoes or not. It was you who provoked Brother Feng. I have to quickly ask for his forgiveness. Otherwise, our Zhao group will not survive tonight. Zhao Hongyuan said eagerly. He was really afraid that his son's reckless behavior would ruin the Zhao family. Zhao Yang was completely panicked at this moment. I was so anxious that I cried and asked what should I do. Brother Feng seems to be quite angry. He won't really destroy our Zhao family. Zhao Hongyan's mind was spinning rapidly. Xiao Yang, are there any beauties in your school? Hurry up and find a beautiful one to give to Brother Feng. Only this. Only our Zhao family has hope of survival. If only your mother were here this time. I let him take action. Zhao Yang hung up the phone. Hurry up and start thinking of ways to find beautiful women. He is not afraid of my lust. I'm afraid that the other person is not interested in women. As long as there are beautiful women, it will be easy. He immediately thought of Lu Yu. Not only is he handsome, also great effort. As the third candidate on the beauty list of Harbor University, just send him to accompany Qin Feng. It will definitely bring stability to the Zhao family. Just do it. After Zhao Yang ended the call, Immediately call Lu Yu, who is in the girls' dormitory. Make an appointment to meet him. Said there was something big to discuss. This matter is related to the life and death of the Zhao family. After Zhao Yang's men and horses retreated, the gate of Harbor University, which was crowded just now, suddenly became extremely empty. Many college students are also preparing to go back to school, but then the alarm bells sounded. Police cars arrived one after another with flashing lights. The man from door 6 arrived late, a female police officer who is nearly 1.7 meters tall. Get off the police car. He is Xie Shanshan, the policewoman from Harbor Gate 6. What's going on? Didn't someone call the police that two gangs were fighting? Shen Zhaoling and Chu Yuqing walked out of the crowd. The police officer is the one we called the police. Xie Shanshan frowned and asked, what's going on? Didn't it say there were two gangs fighting each other? Chu Yuqing explained, today's matter has nothing to do with 6 doors. It's the appearance of a man. Only then did Shang Zuo and Ma Dong dare not continue fighting. Shen Zhaoling added that this person takes a sword as a warning, declaring Harbor University a restricted area. No gangsters are allowed to set foot here. Xie Shanshan was stunned after hearing this. I asked impatiently, do you know who she is? Shen Zhaoling thought for a while. Answer, her name is Qin Feng. After listening to Shen Jialing's words, Xie Shanshan was shocked. Take a breath or something? You said Brother Feng is back? The name, it suddenly brought him back to many memories. Xie Shanshan recalled when she first joined Liuman. Still a little policeman, I met Qin Feng by chance. It was him who helped him solve many major cases step by step. Only then did he take the position of leader of the serious crime team. He once had different feelings for Qin Feng, but due to identity issues, stop all love between your lips and teeth. After Qin Feng left the harbor 3 years ago, he never saw it again. He thought he was dead. He even has a black and white photo of him hanging in his house. Incense every day. Unexpectedly, after hearing the news of Qin Feng's return, he was shocked. Without Qin Feng, he would not be where he is today. Xie Shanshan tried to calm down. Ask him where he is now. Shen Zhaoling raised her head and pointed, but she dared to. He should be in there now. Xie Shanshan has mixed feelings in her heart. I thought I would meet him no matter what. Even if it's just to sit down and have a meal. It's okay to chat. Little did I know that I didn't want to see anyone when I came back this time. Just want to live peacefully. Be an ordinary student. Live an ordinary life. Say goodbye to everything in the past. But who could have imagined what happened next? I can't let it happen unintentionally.